Yo, what's good? It's Theslykrow. What's happening? Hope y'all been having a good week. We have here yet another Ubisoft title, and lo and behold, it's another open world adventure. At this point, man, Ubisoft be spitting this junk like wildfire. So what makes Immortals Fenyx Rising so special? Well, I'ma tell you why this has the makings of one of the best IPs that Ubisoft has delivered. Ubisoft has really struck gold here. They took what made some of the aspects of what made Assassin's Creed so special, and they combined that with some of the open world mechanics of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And the overall world aesthetic is very beautiful. It's a cel-shaded graphic style, but when you combine that with the amazing lighting work that Assassin's Creed games has been known for, whoo, you got a dope joint right here. And some have been comparing this art style to Breath of the Wild. You know, for me, I don't really see that, but to me it looks like it's like a combination of the Greek methodology. You know, you got the Greek armor, the Greek style, the aesthetic. And if you look at many of the buildings in this game and the overall architecture, you can tell that they were inspired heavily by the Roman and Greece cities. And the overall art style, I would say, is very comparable to Nier Automata. You know, it's not as cartoony as a Zelda, but the world definitely pops with those vibrant colors. Now, the combat is absolutely fantastic in this game. If any of y'all have been playing fighting games, then I think you know what I'm talking about when I say how dope this combat is. So you have your classic combos that is very similar to the God of War series, and I really dig how many variations you can do with the combos. For example, you got your light, heavy, light attack. You can do 2 lights into a heavy, and you got my personal favorite, which is the 3 lights into a heavy, and that brings your axe into a very grand swing, which has really great range for AoE and can make a huge impact on the enemy stun meter. So there are definitely a lot of combinations you can do with the light and heavy attacks. And they've also added this interesting combo system in the air as well. So you get those interesting combinations while you're in the air also. Now what makes this combat really shine is the fact that you get to cancel mid-animation your parry as well as your dash move. And that's a huge deal, especially when you're fighting those epic bosses and creatures on the field. Like, those cancel moves can come clutch when you're avoiding unblockable attacks, or if you wanted to parry mid-swing. Now I'm gonna show you guys a few fights that I've had against the epic monster and against the boss that I faced. Now keep in mind that I'm only in about 10 hours into the game, so there's probably even better bosses out there. But so far I've been really enjoying the boss design, and some of these bosses are no joke on the hardest difficulty. So I got a little bit greedy here. I went with the aerial move, but I got clapped. Your boy gets a little bit reckless when he sees these bosses with a almost full stun bar. But let's run it back, man. Let's get it. So when you dash at the right timing, you actually get into a slow motion. And I really dig the slow motion because it lets you basically get additional hits off the guy. Definitely comes clutch at certain points. Your boy got that parry timing on lock. If you do a perfect parry here, you get that sweet animation, and you also add up a lot of damage to that stun bar. Sayonara, homie. So we have here a Griffin dungeon boss, and its attacks are pretty interesting. So as you can see, I really try to get in every now and then to get more damage on the stun meter, and that stun meter can really help you out when you're fighting these bosses. That was a close one, but I came clutch with that perfect dodge. So I did something a little bit risky here, but it definitely paid off with that third axe swing hitting, and I set that boy out of here. So I think the combat is definitely phenomenal in this game. The team that worked on it definitely went over the top with this one. And those Zelda-like puzzles around the world, they are super interesting, and I like how they're not overly complicated, and they feature a lot of ideas and mechanics in the puzzles. So overall, I think this game has a lot of interesting elements going for it. I think Ubisoft has really struck gold with this IP, and it has a lot of potential going forward. So let me know what y'all think. Drop a like, drop a comment. This is your boy Crow signing off. Later.